Hi peeps, so I've come to Norton in Stourbridge. I'm going to be coming next, it's Sunday now, I'm coming next Saturday to fly my drone over, but at the moment there's a no-fly zone in place, and fair enough, you know, they're still damping down the fire. But if you're looking at the houses in the background, you can tell it's quite an affluent area. Let's look at the houses on the other side of the camera. Absolute crying shame, and this is only a few. 19 houses have ended up like this. Absolutely heartbreaking. But we're gonna take a walk because you've got police and still here, a very large priest presence, and also a very large network rail presence, and you'll find out why that is in a minute. That's a ruptured water butt, that is, isn't it, for the horses? But look at this. So I'm parked over there. Let's give you some idea of what the houses are like. And give you some idea of the fire damage. And this is only a very, very, very small amount, or for a small part of the fire damage. So they're lucky it didn't get across this road, because it did jump across a road. And it did get into some houses. What a crying shame. You see, like, the house next door managed to survive. That one's gone. And then the house next door to that one managed to survive. It's weird, isn't it? So here we have a network rail, because I'll show you in a minute how the state of the railway line. There's a better view of that house. Oh, that looks like a garage that's gone up. But the house is safe. Garage gone, house gone, safe house, and then through there that house has gone. And the fire started at multiple points, which means it's got to be arson. I think between us and that house, actually a railway line down an embankment, and I'll show you a better view of that in a minute. There's the railway line, look. So it runs across, then you got like the embankment there. But look at these short houses too. Got to be careful filming, because there's lots of locals around, and they probably ain't going to want people here filming, even though the press have been here filming for about a week. There's another house. It's been burnt, destroyed, and just across the road, houses. They must have been terrified in those houses to see a wall of fire here. They must have been terrified. Smoke damaged or fire damaged door on that garage. I mean, was it a house? I think it's a garage. I mean, that garage is like 2 to 3 times bigger than my house. Just look at that devastation. Railway's obviously closed. But these houses on the left, they are so lucky. Because you might think, well, there's a road in between them and the fire, but it didn't stop it spreading through that estate over there. And houses like that, bigger than that, have burnt down to the ground. So we know on the Sunday the flight restrictions in place until Friday. Then I'm over here on Saturday to pick my son up, and then my drone will be going over. And if anybody's against that, well, when the houses were burning, there was a Sky News helicopter circling the place for about 5 hours. So the world has already seen the damage. But I just want to get some close-up shots, which I will be doing. What a shame. What an absolute shame. So they're very lucky over there who live in that house. I think they're probably just repairing some singed fascia. There's something on the house. You can see that the garden's gone up, look. So the garden did actually catch fire, but luckily enough we didn't move into the house. Beautiful house. It's weird how the fire has like decided like what house is going to burn and what house is going to leave. Look, that house completely gone. That garden burnt, and we saw the other side of the garden burnt, but then the house is fine. But there is some black, there's black marking on the actual wall through there, look. So yeah, absolute nightmare. I'm sure the network rail sorting out the fence and everything. But yeah, look at this. Absolutely devastating. There's a house there, look. So that house is fine. That house has gone. That house has gone. And the house is fine. So weird. What I'm going to do is go on Google Maps and get some Google Maps images of what this looked like up until last week. And this here, you can see where the fire has come across the fields. And this is where we'd be naughty. Fire, do not cross. This is where we'd be naughty because there's no fire. So you saw those flames coming towards your house?
Yeah.
Well, the smoke we saw, didn't we? Really?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where the
It was
farmers
the
tried
golf
to.
course that was on fire.
But what you could see was all the ash in the air.
This
Look at this
farmer
right here.
deserves a medal though for what
Yeah.
he did.
He
was
does. He does.
He was incredible.
Well, he risked his life. And his son, two of them, they risked their lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd put my house on it being arson.
Yeah.
Mate, it's happening in too many places for it to be coincidence. They ought to bring the army into South Wales, where I live, where I came from. Apparently there was something on TikTok, which kid could start the biggest fire or
Yeah.
something.
That's it, yeah, it's a TikTok trend.
How sick is that?
I know. So yeah, we've come through the type that we shouldn't come through. I've met some people who I've got something in common with, because they know the people who own the care home I used to work at Witchbury. And they were forced out of the home. So the farmer said he started in 3 different places, like simultaneously, like pretty much at the same time. Yeah, that's arson.
Of course it is. That ain't a coincidence.
No.
It's impossible. In the same field?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Where does this?
Fire here about 6 weeks ago as well.
I mean,
Really?
come down here and set this lot off. He saved all this going up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did, bless him.
Do you know the farmer?
It's Pardo.
We know of him, we don't know him, but
well-known farmer.
he's very
locally.
well known, yeah.
Yeah, but he has done a good job, hasn't he, with the fire
Hasn't he?
break?
Yes, like,
Outstanding.
because if it had come down here, look at all this lot behind
Yeah.
us. I mean,
So yeah, shouldn't have crossed that, but we did. Wow, what a coincidence. So those 3 people, lovely people. You got the dad and the daughter and then like the granddaughter. But yeah, they knew or know the people who own the care home that I used to live in Witchbury, and she used to own a care home further up. So small world, isn't it? I mean, I now live like 30 miles away, and you bump into people and you've got a connection. But yeah, I'll be back next week with the drone and we'll get it over and get some good shots. But she was telling me that her friend was evacuated, and then she learned by watching Sky News that her house went up in flames. So yeah, such a shame. Imagine seeing that, you're watching the news and then you see a house literally getting burnt to the ground. Anyway, this is me signing off. It's going to have to be the latest.